Hello everybody, I hope you're doing marvellously well. We're at a studio, guess what it's called? What is that? That's a cow on a wall. Yes, we're at Blake Neely's studio called Cow on the Wall. Quite unusual, apparently. So we're going to go and meet up with the head engineer and the studio manager, Thor Feinberg. So let's walk this way.
Hey Warren.
Thor, how are you? Ah, dogs. Thank you.
This is Coda.
Hey Coda.
Coda, come say hi.
Look at you, look at you. You're so beautiful.
Oh. Good boy. And this is Frankie.
Hey Frankie.
Named after Super Frankie Lampard.
Really?
Come on in, yeah.
Oh, we like that, we like that. You don't have a Drogba? It could be Drogba and...
Dogba.
Dogba. Anybody get the Chelsea reference? No, okay.
Some might.
Yeah,
so this is the studio. This is our lobby and bar.
Marvelous.
This is Alyssa.
Hi, Alyssa.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Warren.
That's Christian and Eric, if you didn't already know. Hey!
So Alyssa's our fun coordinator here.
Fun coordinator?
Yeah, she's our fun coordinator.
Right, yeah.
That's her.
That's your actual job description?
My signature and my email.
Yeah.
Fun coordinator.
Yeah. Alyssa puts together all of our fun events for the studio. And
marvelous.
She's great.
You're great.
Do you want to take a little walk around?
Yeah, I love this area here. So this is Eric's favorite place in the entire world. He actually said he wants to move in because you have a bar.
We do. And we have a fine selection here.
Lovely.
Some say it's the best bar in North Hollywood.
I can believe it.
Yeah.
Eric, are you planning on staying the evening?
I'll be here tomorrow.
Is there any storage and stuff in here?
Yeah, this is where we keep trinkets and
nice
little gifts from shows.
Lovely.
Some CDs.
Is it from a school or something?
This must be some antique.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Really, really cool.
Probably from a school.
We're guessing Blake Neely. Blake is from the great state of Texas.
Yeah.
Seeing as there's a Longhorn over there. Did you get the Longhorn? Yeah. Of course, Lone Star.
The cows drink.
Oh, I just saw that.
And we have St. Matthew McConaughey, also from Texas.
Ah, okay. That looks like John Bon Jovi, though. I don't think he's from Texas.
He's not, but...
He's definitely from New Jersey.
Oh my God.
St. Matthew McConaughey.
Texas governor.
All right, where are you going to take us?
Yeah, let's
show us around.
Let's go to our stage first.
Excellent.
So we'll start with our...
Can't go past the Miss Pac-Man. Donkey Kong is on there. Excellent.
So this is our stage here. We record mainly strings, do some vocals. We've done a few brass bands here.
Lovely.
Big band kind of situation. Drums sound amazing. And then we got this C9 Yamaha piano that we inherited from the previous studio, and it sounds gorgeous. It's great sounding.
I love how it's on wheels so you can move it easily.
Yeah, it's helpful when we have big string sections.
Yeah. Gorgeous. So it's a beautiful action. Did you have it worked on?
Yeah, Robert Lopez, who's a tuner in town and also a tech, came and did a whole refurbish of the action on it, and some noises that were being caused on certain notes were looked at here with the felt, and it's sounding great. Ready for...
I will have to get his number.
Action. Yeah, I'll share it with you. He's amazing and just a fun guy to chat with. He's been around town quite a bit.
He's beautiful. I have a C5 in our house, and it's a little harsh sounding, so it'd be nice to have somebody come in and soften those pads.
Yeah, and he could replace them too, but he just shaved them down and made them more pointed.
Nice.
They were almost flat. I don't think they've been touched for 20 years. So
gorgeous piano.
Yeah,
beautiful
great.
Piano. So it's a great live room. You've got baffles and stuff.
Yeah, I have some baffles. We have an ISO booth, which is currently a drum storage, and we have extra baffles in there.
Pair of Dyne audios. Do you ever set this up so you can use it as a room, a chamber or something?
We haven't yet. I want to do that in the bathrooms because we have tiled bathrooms. I've been wanting to do it, but these are old speakers that we're just testing out, make sure they work before we potentially get rid of them.
Right. I remember when every other studio I knew and every other guy I knew had a pair of Dyne audios.
Yeah, we had about 20 in here.
Really?
Yeah, until we switched over to PMC.
Oh, was that what Blake was using before?
Yep. Yeah, and he has, with his assistants and extra rooms, they were in every room and some 5.1, so.
I suppose if they're what you know.
Yeah, and they still sound great, but they're just older, so they were driver issues and a lot of repair.
Well, you just mentioned it. You said till you switched over to PMC. It's always switching over. I see you've gone Max Studio.
Yeah, we're doing a full switch over, waiting for the Ultras to come, but we have the Maxes already delivered.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that switch over.
Yeah, we've got one of each as well. You're excited for it, but you're not excited to reload everything, yes?
No.
And go in and download everything all over again.
And then once things become M1 compatible, do it all over again as well. So
exactly.
It'll be a process.
So, yeah, so you said PMCs. This is beautiful. So when did you move into getting all the PMCs?
PMC was about 2 years ago. We tested some other speakers and landed on these. And the PMC guys were great. They came in and they were very helpful getting everything set up and making sure we liked the speakers, and we landed on them. And now we have them in this room. It's 5.1, but we take the center speaker down when we're recording if it's not a 5.1 setup.
Right.
And then Blake's room has a 5.1 setup of these, and my room upstairs as well.
This is gorgeous. So
yeah,
tell me about
the
this.
Melbourne.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this we inherited from the studio before. It has 10 channels of 3.118s and then 2 channels of 3.119 on 11 and 12. And it's been a workhorse for our drums, brass. It sounds amazing. Got some good color to it. The EQ sounds fantastic as well. And using the fold back for doing parallel. Yeah, it's a treasure to have this one.
No, it's gorgeous. I feel like these channels were like BBC frequencies or something, because I know Cowrec, Audix, and Neve all made the same frequency points on their channels at that period. I used to have a pair of PQ 1061s. Sure, some people watching know what I'm talking about. The Cowrecs, and they had exactly the same EQ points. Gorgeous sounding.
Yeah, I think these initially were broadcast.
Right.
If I remember correctly. Yeah. So
amazing for electric guitars and stuff. You can just get the exact frequency to boost it.
Yeah, it's great.
Nowadays, of course, in a fully sweepable digital world, these seem quite antiquated with the amount of EQ points, but when they first came out, it was like, whoa.
Yeah, I'm sure.
A lot of EQ.
But it's nice to have the restriction now where it's get the sound in and get it sound right when it comes into the console, and then...
Yep. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So what's that? Talking of consoles.
So this is the Euphonics S5, which Avid acquired Euphonics. So it's essentially, if you think of like an S1 or an S6, this is the precursor to the S6.
Right.
And the difference mainly for us is it has preamps in it.
Okay. Do you like the preamps?
Preamps are clean. They sound good.
Am I correct? Are these the preamps are like actually in a rack in another room or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're in our machine room over there. And the great thing about it is it's fully recallable. So just with a few clicks of the button on the computer, we just click that, and then a session that I did a week ago, and we're doing the second episode or third episode, it's exactly the same.
Fantastic.
So that makes setup a bit quicker. It has really smooth faders. Like even the S1s and the newer ones that they put out aren't as smooth as these. So they feel good when you're drawing in automation in Yukon mode. So
do you mix in this room ever?
I do mix sometimes in here. Ever since I've moved my room upstairs, I prefer to be in there just because it's been tuned to my liking, and delay of the speakers, everything's just speaking correctly. Right. But I do mix in here occasionally.
Look at this puppy. Look at this puppy.
This is her favorite room in this whole studio.
Look where she's sitting. Oh, I know.
Yeah, and so nice piece of kit here is this is what the walls in this room used to look like.
Oh, wow.
It's a bit cleaner these days.
It was all cloth covered?
Yeah, cloth covered, kind of 70s vibe.
Mm.
Yeah, it looks a bit more open now and homely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I like the Kramer bass.
Yeah, that was my uncle was in a kind of new wave band in Iceland in the 70s and 80s, and this was his bass.
Nice.
Yeah.
So a lot of output here. You've got 41176 OC.
Yeah, those are revision Fs. I mainly use them because on strings we're not using a lot of compression or anything. It's come in clean. The LA2A sound great.
GML EQ.
Yeah, my piano beast. It's great for
use on pianos.
Yeah.
Yep. What about mix bus?
Since I don't mix in here much, I haven't used it yet. And also for film score, it's
mixing in the box.
We're doing like a lot of stemming and stuff, so I would need 12 of those. So.
Yeah. Pair of LA2As. Looks like you're using them on bass.
Yeah, this is leftover tape, but mainly using them on bass, and then I'll use them in a chain for vocals every once in a while. But
a double bass.
Yeah.
LA4s, those are great on electrics, aren't they?
Yeah, they're great, and when it's parallel, you could also use them on a mix bus if you wanted. But I've tried them on piano, and I like them as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then 160Xs are just like workhorses and so
Absolutely.
cheap. They
Yeah.
still sound great.
They're great. We actually used to have a bunch of them upstairs. We had a whole rack filled with them, and I decided we only needed 2, so I got rid of some. But also great on kick.
Fantastic on kick, yeah.
Yeah. Then we have a few more pre's here. We have the API 3124. Then 4 channels of grace. We have the palindrome meter. Have you used that before?
No, I'm looking at it thinking, what is that? So tell me what that is. Is it?
Everything's a palindrome, and it does absolutely nothing.
Oh, okay. I was looking at it going, it doesn't look like it does anything.
No.
So that explains
It'd be
it.
cool if it did, and it also had the...
So many dynamos.
Yeah.
What a great palindrome. I never knew that. Never, odd, or either.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Isn't that a good one? Bricasti?
Yep, we have 2 Bricastis, and then we have a PCM 960 surround, or 96 surround. And they sound great. The Seventh Heaven compares, but nothing like the warm analog version.
Now, the Seventh Heaven is based off the Bricasti, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So I can't help noticing the fact that you do happen to have a Studer sitting in the corner.
We do. 827.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, we don't get to use it because on string dates or just any film score date, you have about 3 hours per session, and it's easier just to go straight into Pro Tools. But we get it fixed up every once in a while. We get it checked out just to make sure it's working. But yeah, it doesn't get as much use as we like, but it's one of the best for sure.
I mean, it was the peak, the 827. We used to have an 827 Gold, and that was like, that was as good as tape got.
Yeah.
Wonderful machine. Wonderful. That's incredible. Is this your Ovation?
No, these are all Blake's instruments. Yeah, nice 80s Ovation.
Yeah, what's it?
The Variax, you could plug it in and it'll record MIDI, and you could change it to like sitar sounds, and
Really?
yeah, fun for film scoring. And
Is he predominantly a guitar player?
piano.
Oh, piano player.
Yeah, a little banjolin. Just some fun instruments
Yeah.
I have here.
Yeah. Excellent. It's a gorgeous room. Really gorgeous.
Yeah, the whole studio was based on Blake's house, his previous house. So when he renovated it, he wanted to feel like home whenever he comes here. So
It's a good idea.
yeah.
What's the 22 number for? Is it any
So that's for takes. So when we're in Pro Tools and we're duplicating playlists, when we're doing take notes, we could see which tape we're on.
Ah,
Yeah.
wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah. Want to go upstairs?
Let's go upstairs. Walk this way.
Come on, dogs. Dog lead the way.
Of course. Frankie, Bobby. Hey, Frankie. Yes, you.
So this is our cry room. Whenever deadlines are close to not being met, you're having a rough time, head in and cry. It's just a bathroom.
Oh, but it's got a shower.
It does, yeah.
Your deadline's fast approaching. You can go and have a shower and wash off your tears.
Yeah, exactly.
Or it's up, you've met the deadline, you wash off all the sweat.
All the sweat, exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. More cows on the wall.
Not a theme at all, no.
Nope. Horse on the wall.
Gorgeous.
So this is one of our production rooms. It's currently occupied by Tony Canal.
From that little band up there,
Exactly.
no doubt.
Yeah, fantastic bass player.
Yeah, wonderful.
Yeah, even better human. He's a great guy, and he's composing as well. So him and Blake became friends, and now he's occupying this room.
Beautiful. It's a gorgeous room.
Writing jams in here.
It's lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that little Ampeg. John Connolly has one of those, you remember? We've got to get one of those.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it sounds good.
It's like a slice of an 8x10,
Mm-hmm.
slice of an SVT. We've got to find one of those. Gorgeous. Well, it's got a little system with a Focusrite. Wonderful.
Yeah, so all the rooms at the studio, they're mainly Focusrites, and we run Dante.
Oh,
because
okay. So all the rooms talk
computers
to
are
each
in
other?
Machine room. They don't talk to each other yet, but we have it set up where I'd pretty much have to patch a few cables and they would.
Great.
But just to communicate, instead of having a bunch of wires go between here and this machine room, it's just one cable now. So
Well, I admire Tony's taste in Yamaha BB series basses. Anybody that's ever watched our videos knows I'm obsessed with those basses. They're beautiful. And I think you were saying earlier, you must be a New Order / Joy Division fan.
yeah, he was inspired by the new wave era and reggae.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful bass too.
It is gorgeous.
Come on, Frankie.
So we've stepped out of the cow theme here. Now we're into hogs.
Yeah, that's Maggie the hog.
Hey, Maggie. Oh, wow. Metal.
Yeah, it's actually surprisingly light. If you want to take it home.
Oh, I don't know if it's that light, but I know what you mean.
Lighter than it looks.
Yeah. Eric, you want to stick it in the back of your car?
Yeah. The protector of the halls.
It's another production room?
Yeah, so we have another room here. Murat Selçuk, who's a composer who works at the building. He's moving in here from our building down the street. And so he's starting to move his synths in.
Oh, SP1200. Wow.
Yeah, the J Dilla vibe.
Yeah, is this just in immaculate condition?
Yeah, it's
Wow, it's gorgeous.
one of the best ones I've seen.
I remember when these were new.
Yeah, and reissue Model D.
Oh, what's that?
That is the keyboard of an ARP 2600 reissue.
Oh, I haven't seen the reissue. It's called a 3620. So I wonder how much these are, because you can plug a guitar in this, can't you? And just.
Oh, can you?
I thought that's what you could do with the 2600s.
I'm sure you can. I don't know too much about it. He's a genius on them, but
Maybe not this model, I don't know. But I do remember that Michael Beinhorn put guitars through them, but I don't know how he did it. To find out.
yeah, I'm sure they have some type of input.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or modded.
Yeah, so this room will be filled with synths and some furniture, and he'll be writing in here.
Gorgeous. So where's your room?
My room's down the hall here. So this is my spot where I spend my days. I moved in here. I was in a room down the hall that's now occupied by the studio coordinator, and I was in there, and I had some synths around and just a stereo setup, and someone moved out of this room, so I moved my whole home studio into here.
Great.
During COVID, so I did the reverse of moving out of studio to home, and I moved out of home to the studio.
Good for you.
Yeah, so I've been in here for a bit over 2 years now, and I just put in PMCs to match all the other rooms.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and it was tuned by Abe Monismar, and he did a great job just because like my center speaker is a little bit too far forward, so he delayed it a millisecond. So phase is correct. And yeah, I did that. He got me the mini DSP here, so that's doing my tuning for the LCR and the subs. I have 2 subs here and HSUs, and then PMCs they have tuning of their own, so you just plug into them and tune them up.
Gorgeous. So
Yeah.
you have 2 classical guitars.
I do, yeah. So I grew up playing guitar, and I was playing electric, and then my teacher made me switch to classical guitar. I still have the book he got me. And so I had this S. Steve that I was playing on, and then this is Blake's son. He left this for me because he never played it. And they mainly collect dust because I don't have too much time to play, but I usually go to my Juno here and just jam whenever I have a second. But yeah, busy mixing, so I don't get to play as much as I'd like.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
Was great. 106. Oh, no, 60.
60.
Yeah, Juno 60.
Yeah. Yeah, so I have synths in here because, one, I love them. And this is one of my favorites. The Prophet 5 and the Juno 60 are 2 of my favorites. And sometimes I'll plug them in just directly to Focusrite, and sometimes I just plug in headphones and just try and zone out. And
Wonderful.
yeah, so I have some. I do sound design for Blake. So I have some more unique esoteric synths, like this Tasty Chips GR1, which is granular. I have the Make Noise Strega, no P1. And then I have the modular over there, which isn't quite filled yet because I've gone too busy with mixing, but had went down the rabbit hole for a bit. And the Moog, and then the Lyra 8, which is just the most insane sound design synth ever.
That's a heck of a collection.
Yeah, it doesn't get used too much.
I do remember we went to Junkie XL's before he got rid of all of his gear and he had the wall. And he's like, the thing is, there's no recallability. Because like, that here and that here patched together is, totally different to that.
Yeah, and recallability, everything is just.
Yeah.
But the great thing is when I have the time to do it, I'll just sit here, I'll plug it in, and I'll just make noise for an hour or so, and then go back in and chop stuff up and make contact libraries. So it's just
wonderful.
Yeah, it's a joy. It's a different creative part of the bind.
What's this?
That's it's the pocket operator rhythm. I don't use this one much.
There it is.
It's a little drum machine. Have at it. It's fun. Fun little toy. I got that in a grab bag over Christmas. These are little hands to pet the dogs. Yeah.
It's gorgeous. Great little room.
Yeah, so I have the Focusrite in here as well. And then in the machine room, I have the HD32, which is my HDX interface.
Right.
And so this is pretty much my I/O for plugging in synths, and then my speakers, and then the other side handles all the HDX and all that noise.
When are you going to install the new computers?
Whenever they come.
So you're going to have the Magma chassis, you're going to put it all in there, or they're already in a Magma chassis?
Well, so we have the 2013 Mac Pros.
Okay.
So we're pretty much ready to go with all the peripherals.
Okay.
I've looked at all the adapters we need, and I've ordered most of them. So we're going to do one test first and plug one in and make sure everything's working. Because
I wish you luck.
Yeah, with USB-C and everything, there's USB and Thunderbolt, and you can't do Thunderbolt over Cat 6, Thunderbolt 2. So I've tried to make sure everything in the rooms are not Thunderbolt 2, which hopefully stays that way, but we'll see. Yeah.
I wish you luck.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting journey, but...
Radiohead fan?
Yeah, I am, and this is a funny story. This poster here, I have one in my room that I got at this show. I think it was around 2012. They played at the Greek Theater or the Bowl. And then a violinist, she brought me a gift. It's wrapped up. And I saw the shape and she's like, it's a concert poster. I hope you like it. And I open it up and it's the same exact poster that I have in my bedroom. Just mine's red around the borders, and this one's gray. So I was like, all right, I got a piece of it at home and a piece of it in my studio.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Is this to finish up the mix? Just flip it over and time yourself?
That's my timer. I have the whole show to do in an hour.
Is it a 1 hour timer?
Yeah, so Blake got me this. It's the Time Traveler's Wife, a show we just did for HBO Max. And
I know that show.
Yeah, so it's a nice little gift from him.
That's lovely.
Yeah. Another gift I got is I do a show called Kung Fu with Sherri, who's down the hall, and she got me this erhu because we record erhu on it. Very hard to play, but a beautiful instrument. Have you seen one of these before?
No.
Oh,
or I mean, maybe in a movie, but not in real life. Not up close. How do you play it? Can you play it?
I can't, no. I got a lesson from one of the best erhu players in the world, but so the bow goes between the two strings.
Oh.
We don't want to hear that audio, but so then you just touch here. But yeah, I just keep it for aesthetics because it's just beautiful.
It reminds me of being like 7 years old at school.
Yeah, this is kids playing violin.
Yeah. That's
Your kids playing instruments?
Yes.
Hopefully it doesn't sound like that.
Nothing classical except for piano, which is a little bit of a shame.
Guitar?
Well, my son played drums for a minute and then stopped.
That's the fun one for the kids to play.
But we bought a piano primarily for my daughter to play.
Nice. Yeah, so that's my room. I'll take you downstairs to show you Blake's room.
Was there one more up here?
Yeah, I think she might be done. Cool. So this is Sherri Chung's studio here.
Hey, Sherri, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm Warren.
Nice to meet you.
Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
That's Eric there, and that's Christian.
Hi, Christian.
What a beautiful studio. What a lovely room.
Thank you.
Let me guess, you're a piano player. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I got keyboards surrounding me.
Well, it's just like piano, like chair.
Anywhere you go.
Yeah.
It's my whole little console.
It's wonderful. How long have you been here?
I guess this Blake opened the building like for 7 years now. Is that what we are?
So you're a mainstay.
Yes, I'm a founding father.
Founding father of the studio.
Yes.
Yes, lovely. Absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you. Yeah, peep show.
Yeah. I was like, how?
Yeah, it gets and there's a lot of dried flowers as well. So it's a little macabre.
It's a vibe.
PMC as well.
Yes.
Yes. You really did go the full way, didn't you?
Yeah. almost every room in the building has PMC now.
I think so, right?
Yeah.
What are you working on, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm working on an animated series called Gremlins: Secrets of the Mogwai. Actually, we're in second season, so it's meant to be a prequel to the
movies,
to the actual movies.
Yeah.
So it's with Amblin and HBO Max and Warner Brothers Animation. So
That's amazing.
It hasn't come out yet, though.
Oh, the whole season?
Oh my gosh.
Not even the first one?
Not even the first one.
Oh, but you're allowed to talk about it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's been. They've actually premiered it at Comic-Con and the pilot at Comic-Con and in the Animation Film Festival in Annecy, France.
Wonderful.
So they've been talking about it.
Great.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah,
that's fun. So you're on the second season already.
Yeah.
How many seasons would you think they'll go before they release?
I think they could definitely get more seasons. I think they're just waiting because it hasn't dropped yet. So I think they're just kind of waiting. But it's great. And I get to record with a live orchestra here in town in LA. So
wow.
Yeah. So it's great. They believe in it. They believe in the music, and that's what we want.
And now with the way animation is, it's probably going to look absolutely incredible.
It looks really good. Yeah. And it's also stylized. It's like doing its own thing. It takes place in China in the 1920s. So this has all been talked about. I'm not giving away the secret.
Out in the press.
Oh no.
Yeah. No, but it's good. It's really good.
It will take me back to my childhood.
All of our childhood.
Yeah. Well, maybe not those two. Sorry, Christian. You're on our side.
It's kind of like a Star Wars in the sense where it's like it becomes timeless. I think in a certain way, or at least
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But even I was gonna say though, just because I want to promote it. It's not just for kids. Like it's animated, but I would say it's definitely like.
I'd still watch Gremlins now.
Adults.
Yeah. Star Wars is great for instance, going at any age. Yes, I hear what you're saying.
I mean, I guess there's a little bit. I guess it's dated a little bit, right, because of the effects. But
sure.
It's if you're a movie fan,
if you're a fan, you see past it.
Exactly.
Would you suspend belief?
Mm-hmm. And everyone's dog will be named Gizmo again.
Seriously, it's the cutest thing in the world. Yeah, it's very well done. There's a lot of big stars in it too that are voicing the characters. The ones they've announced, I know that they're I can't think of them. B.D. Wong, he's one of them, and
wonderful.
And the guy I forget the guy who did the original Gizmo voice, but he's part of it too. We're just getting the band back together.
Great. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's pretty fantastic. Is that?
Don't ask how they got this piano.
Oh
here.
yeah, beautiful. What's the piano?
Yamaha.
Yamaha's everywhere. Is that C5?
Yes.
I have one of these.
Yeah. It was quite an ordeal for them getting it up in the room. It was. They started with a 3-man team.
2-man team.
2-man team, and then they had to stop midway and call some friends.
They were halfway up the stairs, and they were 2 guys just holding it, waiting for people to come.
Wow.
It was serious manual labor.
Yeah, it was hard to watch.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for letting us come in.
Thanks for coming in.
And now I'll show you Blake Neely's room. Come on in.
Blake, how are you?
How are you?
Marvelous.
Welcome.
Thank you. What a beautiful room.
Isn't it great?
Yeah, it's amazing. Oh, do you change this out and draw up new things every day?
I just have people sign it when they visit.
Marvelous. I'll find somewhere inconspicuous.
Anywhere you want.
Let's go over here.
Yeah, some of that hasn't been erased, I think, in 7 years. It's probably never going to erase.
God, I have terrible handwriting.
It gets worse.
It does as you get older, doesn't it?
It
completely deteriorates.
The more you drink. Yeah.
Thank you. I feel very honored. This is gorgeous. What are you working on at the moment?
I'm working on a series for Apple, World War II series for Apple.
Oh.
I'm working on, how many shows do we have this year? 1, 2, 3, 4 CW shows. Oh, it's busy. It's always busy, but
great.
I love it. Yeah.
But can you tell me a little bit about the World War II show? Because I
can't name it.
His studio is called Spitfire Studio.
What?
My studio is called Spitfire.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm obsessed with World War II history,
and
particularly
are you,
RAF and planes and yeah.
Yeah, so it's a continuation of the Band of Brothers Pacific.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Are you associated with Spitfire Audio?
No, but I have a music company called Spitfire Music. But
okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, it's really busy, but this studio we built 7 years ago. It was the old Entourage studio.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was built. Entourage was built in 1978 by I want to say Jack White. It's not Jack White, but we bought it and completely gutted it and started over, except for the stage, which you've seen.
Yep.
The stage we just resurfaced, but the shape was so key to the sound, that kidney shape that he was famous for doing. And then with the decor, I'm from Texas, so I just like things are familiar around me. And we got lucky in that this actually became like the best shovel I've ever had in a studio. This wood, it's the best sounding like command station I've had. And this was just to make it look cool. But yeah, I designed the studio with the idea of it, at least this room, especially feeling like a living room, because while I've been in a lot of studios, and this could probably sound a little better, right, Thor? If it was cloth walls and all that, I just didn't want it. And when we put everything in, and this lamp is a chicken feeder.
Upside down.
Yeah. And I just love it. But the guy that was doing our speakers, just like, you can't have this. You got to get rid of this. And I go, just EQ it out.
EQ it out.
So there's a certain room. I think mine's a B flat room or an A flat room.
Just
ringing
the whole time. Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's a concept. And the reason I did the studio was one, I was getting super busy and running out of places to record.
Right.
Because in television, like, if you can't get a stage and you've got to deliver, you're in trouble. So I wanted to have a stage I could record on, but also I was expanding and using other writers and co-writers, and so thus the rooms upstairs.
Yeah, it's great. Shame you haven't won any BMI awards.
I know. It is a shame, isn't it?
Wow, that's fantastic.
I have this one composer friend came over, and he walked in and he just looked up and went, "F you." Where else am I going to put him?
Yeah. Gear-wise, I see you have a guitar. So you're writing...
I pick at that. I do not play guitar. Thor knows.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous-looking guitar.
We have a cool system of everything gets converted to Ethernet.
Right.
And goes up, like for my room, I think it's a 120-foot shot through pipes into our machine room, so we don't have any computer sounds in any of the rooms, fans and stuff. But now, I mean, after all that, and the computers are so quiet, we could get away with it. I write on 3 computers, being my main Logic system that records into Pro Tools. All of that is also going over Ethernet.
So you're writing in Logic using virtual instruments there, but then recording back into Pro Tools? Yeah,
recording back into Pro Tools against picture. When I'm finished, I can just send the Pro Tools session to the stage. It's all ready to go. And then when we record live in there, or even on the stage, the Thor will take this Pro Tools session. We'll record straight into that, the live players.
Can you just access it straight from here, Thor? Or
yeah, I could grab the session from here. Everything's networked, so
beautiful.
And the other thing I love that we did in this building is we did, I think there's 7 clones of my computer system, so that at any point someone upstairs can open, add to it, throw it back. It's going to sound the same everywhere. We've identical systems.
That's incredible.
So it's hard on a maintenance level, right, to keep up the if I buy a sample library and everyone's like, oh god, I got to download it for me now. But it's a great system. We have some people that aren't co-writers that are in the building, and we can throw things back and forth and make some cool stuff. So
that's incredible. PMC speakers again?
Love the PMCs.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Yeah, I got turned on to those by Greg Hayes. He's had them for a long time. And I had a set of speakers that I'd loved forever. And I went over to his place to hear a mix. I said, why does it not sound good when I take it back to my place? Because you have bad speakers. So then when I put these in, then Thor put them in as well, and in the live room.
Amazing. Let's have a look at gear-wise. Anything else we can talk about?
Gear-wise, it's pretty much my gear's in the box. This is just the pod for the guitar.
Yep.
But gear-wise, there's not a lot of tricky stuff in here.
Essential items, of course. Like
This is. Come on. That's so I don't have perfect pitch, so I'll be like, what am I hearing? Okay.
That's great.
And of course, the emergency affirmation.
I should get one of those. because that's the right result.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
For years I wanted to install right here, just because it's a lonely profession, you know. It's I did that, but no one's around to. Yeah. So I wanted to install a foot pedal. When you hit it, a hand pops up. You high five it, and it pops up.
That's a good idea.
That'd be great.
Yeah. Eric, can you just do that for me from now on? I'll be like, Eric, come on, I need that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I feel better. Yeah, thanks. We'll leave you alone. Thank you ever so much.
I'm glad you're here.
Yeah, thank you. Thor, tell us about the mic collection.
Yeah, so we got our extensive mic locker here. We have these reissue 67s here. They sound wonderful. And since they're new, they sound almost identical, unlike when you get used 67s.
Beautiful.
Beautiful mic. Put that on anything and it sounds gorgeous, as you know. One of my favorite mics we got recently is a pair of Al Schmidt's Royer SF1s, discontinued Royers.
Lovely.
Great ribbon mic, and just beautiful to have. If you ever forget about how to keep your ribbon mic healthy, there's the do's and don'ts. And we have a few more Royers. We have 122s. We have the Coles, which you probably love.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Gorgeous.
Yes, a pair of these. We have a pair of every mic, at least a pair. For strings, it's usually good to have a pair just if you're doing like a spot mic and one goes out, you can replace it, or you're usually doing like a stereo pair for room. So,
what do you like on the piano? What do you put in stereo on the piano?
Piano, so I like to use the R88, which we have two of them here. We have the active version, which I just got recently, and the MK1, which is just regular ribbon. I like that as just outside the what do you call it? The like bevel. Would you call it a bevel?
Outside the piano, like on the body of the piano, or
yeah, just outside the piano, maybe like 2 feet behind it, just to get kind of like a natural sound. And then I like to put a Coles either over the hammers or inside the piano, just high and low. And that's my combo that I've been loving lately.
Wow.
Yeah. And then sometimes I'll do the 67s. I'll put them over the hammers.
I've never tried Coles on pianos.
Sounds amazing.
No, I want to try it, yeah.
Yeah, you got it. It sounds great.
Yeah.
Just really natural sounding. Yeah. I've got many compliments on it. So for the Coles, when I put them on the body, I have the low kind of here and it's shifted out a bit, and then the high here. And then if they want it more natural sounding, I'll pull it back or lift it up a bit and down for a little more poppy sound. But it's super
I gotta
clean.
try it. I gotta try it.
I love my Coles, so
I love Coles, but I've never used Coles on pianos. There's going to be 100 people going, I can't believe that you have never used Coles on pianos, but I haven't.
it's a great sound. Yeah, even over the hammers, it sounds good. It's
incredible.
Yeah. So the R88, I usually have hanging here, and then if I notice like it's a little low heavy or high heavy, I'll just shift it a little bit to the left or right just to get a balanced sound.
Wonderful.
Yeah. Then we have some vintage 87s with the old studio's name on them.
So they inherited quite a few bits of gear from the old studio.
Yeah, they left quite a bit. Then we have these. These might be up right now. Yeah, so we have the Sennheiser 8020s and 8040s. These are great for spot mics. They're super small footprint here.
Lovely.
Yeah, and we recently picked up the DPA clip-on mics we've been using on the Kung Fu sessions. So we clip them onto the strings to get kind of a gritty sound. Sherri loves that sound. Yeah, so we have 4 of those for a quartet. Another mic I love a lot is I love Mojave in general, but these are the MA300s. I have a pair of these.
We like Mojave too.
They're great, huh?
Yeah, they're very good.
Yeah, and it's great that they're local for us, because if anything's wrong with them.
They're very close, yeah?
Yeah, it's in Burbank.
Go and see Dusty and say, hey.
Yeah, Dusty has a few of my, I got these like Ampex tape machines that I used to make a preamp out of.
Yes.
And he hasn't done it yet. I forgot about it. It's been 2 years, so I should probably check in with him.
We have 2 of those, don't we? Or 3 of those? The Ampex.
Do they sound good?
Yeah, they're great. And we have one of them has been modded to have an LA2A in it as well.
Oh, sweet.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
They're really nice.
I'm glad you brought them up because I forgot about that.
Dusty's going to be like, don't!
Yeah,
Why'd you do that?
We have these old 414s. We don't have many vintage mics. It's kind of convenient having newer ones. That way we don't have to deal with repairs and mics going out in the middle of a session.
Absolutely.
But these aren't tubes, so they're pretty reliable.
Wonderful. We can go and check out the plugin.
Yeah.
So, Thor, I understand that you got involved in the development of this plugin, the PSP auralControl. What can you tell us about it?
Yeah, so one of my good friends, Adam, is a developer at PSP. And I came to him with this idea where I needed help just with a plugin where I could control levels of individual channels on live mixes. Mm-hmm. And he liked the idea a lot. And with the help of a few other engineers, developed this plugin that's now auralControl. And it's been super useful for the need that I specified to him, but also I've been using it in different ways and more creative ways. So it's just been a great plugin to have. You have control over delay, low pass filter, high pass filter per channel. What I have here is a 5.0 mix that we could hear here, and it has the right channel that's a little too heavy and the surrounds are a little too low. So if we play it here, so there you'll hear that the right channel is super heavy, right, and it doesn't sound balanced. So with this plugin here, I could take the right channel and pull it down to my liking to where it sounds more even. So we'll go here. And there, the mix is more balanced.
Fantastic.
And similarly with the surrounds, I felt like they were a little too low and we're not hearing them enough. Pull them up. And now we're getting the full sonic experience. So this plugin's super helpful for leveling. You could add delay to the rears if you're trying to get a more spacious sound. And it's been super helpful for my mixing. I've been using it for about a month now.
So you just put it on the end of your whole mix?
So I'll either put on a channel or on a bus and just work with levels like that. And another way I've been using it is I use it a lot as a monitor controller as well, because I don't have a hardware monitor controller. So I put on a master and I could solo channels or mute channels just to make sure what I'm hearing in the rears is correct or the center channel. So I'll show you an example here. And now I know what's happening in my rears and I'm not being overblown by my front speakers here. So it's been super useful for those two reasons.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it works in stereo, where sometimes I get a stereo channel or stereo track and I'm having to rebalance things because it's super right heavy and maybe it was printed wrong or they just decided to record it that way. And I feel like everything's too heavy on the right, so then I balance it out and it makes the whole mix sound a little more even. And
then of course you can do some high and low pass filtering.
Yeah, you could get very creative with it too, where you could invert channels here. So you click the little dial there, so you do reverse B, and then these two will invert from each other, which has been great. And you could also spill it out onto your control surface, so if you're just listening to something and you want to be more hands-on, you could just close your eyes and dial it in.
It's great.
Yeah, it's been an amazing plugin, and I'm super happy that Adam made it for us and that it's out in the world now.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Thor, thank you ever so much for showing us around.
Thank you for coming. It's a pleasure to have you.
And I'm just going to adopt your dogs if that's okay, you know.
You could take this one, not that one.
Oh, Frankie.
No way.
Beautiful. Thanks ever so much.
So you're welcome whenever you'd like.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Leave any comments and questions below. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, au revoir, adios. Oh, wait there. You must know some more languages.
Bless. It's isländska.
There we go. Guess what that was? Tutsins. Goodbye.